Hello and welcome. My name's Beck and you're watching Beck's Crafty Nook. Today we're doing a different video because we are doing my hair again. I have a playlist of my hair which I will link in the description, and we're doing a different color today. The last two hair videos we've done the same thing pretty much. We're also doing a dramatic cut. So we are going to cut a sexy mullet, or it's also called a shag. I am a hairdresser, I know what I'm doing, but also it is difficult to cut your own hair, so please pray for me. Watch along. And so I'm going to insert the TikTok that I'm going to be following. I'll put that in here now. And so we're going to do the haircut first because I have quite long hair. So this is how long it is. It's probably like bra strap length. David, be nice. It's probably bra strap length. It is a little dry on the ends, like some of that could go. It is hard to get a straight line at the back with cutting your own hair. Often I'll put it in half, I'll bring it to the front. And when I cut straight across, we'll get a V at the back. So we may, which side? Yeah, this will be longer. So we may even cut it that way so that that's shorter and hopefully get a straight line. We'll see what happens. But with this haircut, it is disconnected. So you take the hair from the front and you cut it short around your face. So a fringe, shape it down. And then the back stays long. All the interior goes very short as well. So it makes sense to do the haircut first, otherwise you're wasting color on all this hair that isn't going to be there. We need to do some bleaching first as well. So haircut, then we're going to bleach. This is my natural color, and I thought I had sold this color chart. But that must have been in a different life, in a different dimension, because I still have it. So that means I'm going to show you what we're doing with the bleach. If you're a hairdresser, or even if you want to do hairdressing yourself, it really helps to get one of these in the color range that you like to have. There's different color wheels for different color ranges. And in your color chart, it will actually give you instructions on what you need to do. It will tell you, this is one of the most important bits, which we'll get to in a minute, which is your color wheel and your lifting guide. All the colors you need to go through to get to blonde. That is so important. And that's why a lot of the time, if you want a home color or even bleach yourself, you really need to be a natural blonde before you go blonde, because it's just so much easier. So I'll show you the darkness that I am. So from 1 to 10 says how dark is the color. Not what color is it, how dark or light is it. And that is this chart here. Now, naturally, some people are warmer or cooler in tone, but we just need to know how dark. Now, I know that I am a 5. You'll see that this color swatch, my hair is like a cooler color than this, but I'm a 5. I'm not, if you put this up, I'm not quite as dark as that, or I could even be in between. So I'm quite dark. Down the bottom, I would say this is all the way up to here, especially here. That is like the lightest color that it could possibly be, and that is a 10. Okay, now when you bleach your hair, this is natural hair colors, right? When you bleach your hair, you might be this light, but it will look yellow. So let's have a look at that. Okay, so that's when we go back to these underlying tones that is underneath those colors. So underneath this lightest hair is a very pale yellow. It is a 10 and it is pale yellow underneath. Now my natural is between the 4 and the 5. which is here, 4 and 5. What is the undertone? Orange. So we need to lift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 full levels to get to this pale blonde. It's a lot. Your volume of peroxide will tell you how many levels you can lift in each bleaching session. So I believe I've bleached this 3 times, with probably twice with 20. So 20 volume does roughly 2, sometimes 3 levels. So let's say it does 2 levels. So I've bleached it twice with 20, once with 10. So we go twice with 20, so 1, 2 levels, 1, 2 levels, and then I bleached it again with 10, and it has lifted. So it could have done like 3 levels to start with, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and the 10 has got it to the pale yellow. You can use 30 volume, which will give you roughly 4 levels, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you could do a 20, which will get you about 3. But the higher the peroxide, the more damage you're going to do. So you are better to do 20, 20, and 10, or like 4 10s. Like more 10s would be better, but we ain't got like a heap of time. So we're going to do, I want to at least get the lifting done today, and then we can put the toner on tonight. So we've got to get this done before I pick up the kids. It's now like 9:30. So I'm going to do 2 lots of 20. So we should get up to here at least. And what I'm going to do, but also when you can't put any more than 20 volume on your roots, 10 or 20. But you'll get right to this because your scalp is very, 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 very hot. So I'm pretty sure if I put 20 volume on my scalp with bleach, we're going to go straight there because, yeah, your scalp is really hot. So here's the plan. We'll put that back. And then, of course, in your book, so here's the thing. When you bleach your hair, it will always go to those shades: red, orange, yellow, or pale yellow. You need to know what color you want for the color that you want to put on top. If you're putting red on top, you only need to bleach to red. You do not need to go to pale yellow. I want to put a rose gold on top, so I need to go to pale yellow to get that color to show up. If you want to put blue on your hair, you need to get to pale yellow. If you get to orange or yellow, you're going to make, well, orange, you're going to make a brownie muddy color. If you get to yellow, yellow and blue make green. If you get to pale yellow, which is like a white, you will get blue. But we're going to do rose gold. So still like to get to a pale yellow because the rose gold is not a very dark color. It's not got a lot of pigment. So you want it to stay in pale yellow hair. So the plan is cut the shag. So it's going to be very short. A lot of this will go because it's going to be shaped here. So you can imagine we're only keeping this little bit of bleach and then the rest is natural. So we're pretty much going to need to entirely re-bleach. There might be still some blonde at the back. If you want to make rose gold, you can take a blonde color like a 10 point something or a 9 point something, and you can put just the tiniest little piece of red dye in there, like a 666 or something like that. Just a tiny bit, like a pea. And you'll get a really nice rose gold. But I have bought a product that's an actual rose gold, which I'll show you when we go to the bathroom. So we need to cut it. I'm going to bleach around the perimeter, and we're going to go to the roots. And then this top section, we're going to make entirely brown. So the top of the fringe is going to be brown. Underneath will be pink, the rose gold. And we're going to see quite a bit of rose gold, you know, around the perimeter with those brown layers on top. So that's the plan. Let's go cut and let's go bleach. Okay, we're in the bathroom. I've got all my stuff ready. Can you see me if I'm here? Okay, so I just checked back with the video and it's not a tutorial, but basically we're going to be making like a bob with the top, with that front section. So first thing to do, let's section. This makes it easy if you do a middle part and go from the top of your head to the back of your ear. I mean, this isn't really a tutorial, but you know. And then from here to here. I think the song is very fitting, the anxiety song. I'm feeling a bit anxious. We're just gonna do it. Okay, then we'll get all this section out of the way. I'm just gonna check where her outline finishes. I'm guessing it should be like a bob length. Just the outline. I mean, the interior is gonna be really short, so let's just check. Her layers are all coming down to the same length as well. So let's section for that outline, which is going to be our guide. So we want to leave a good like inch all the way around, including to the side. That hair is very important. This is what gives you length. If you don't have that, you're going to have the fairy cut, which I might try and throw up a, yeah, if you get rid of that, like if you cut that off short, you're going to have problems. That's going to give us our length. So this should be the bob length, and this will shape around from the fringe. Okay. And so we want to do the same, and then all this will go to that length. Whatever we decide that length is, this is your guide. So I'll get that out of the way. Hopefully you can see everything. I'm using the mirror to film this. So I've just sectioned down, and then we section across here. That's why it's hard to cut your own hair, because I've got hair in my face and I can't really see. I want a decent amount there. I seem to have shaped a bit here and am missing a little bit of length. See, I didn't need to section as much on that side to get the length. Maybe I could do less. Should make it the same. Now, I think he was using a razor. Razor is a great way to get the feathery effect. But I think we may even use both. Oh no, scissors. Okay, well I have my scissors and my razor. I've got my scissors. I have this razor, which is a new one. I don't really like to use, getting frank, I don't like to use new razors because they're super sharp and you can just cut like a big chunk off. So this is my favorite razor for texturizing. So I think we will scissor cut first for the outline. Now I have curly hair and I haven't had a fringe for a while. So a great place to start is like here. And this is the fringe. Ooh, we want to go even here, because we need this piece to blend it down. So let's go from here to here. That we're just going to cut straight across. Pray for me. Let's go mouthlet. I'm going to go here. And not, if you pull too hard, you're actually cutting a lot shorter. So, yeah. And even a little longer than that. Start longer, then you can go shorter. And my scissors are so not sharp. Please tell me it's recording and you can see. There we go. And also the fact that I've brought it to the middle has given us a little bit of shaping. I think that's a good place to start. And I think we even may take a smaller section and go shorter and bring around again. Right, so from here, we need to shape this around, but all the way down. I think we want to keep at least this much length. We can even just chop here and then blend it in. I think that's safer. So we're gonna go, we should go fairly short. Let's go there, boom, and yeah, that even. So check if it's even, you can feel it. Are your hands in the same spot? There's a little long bit there, boom. Okay, then we'll bring this out here. I think I'll use my razor, make it easier. We're going to cut like this corner off in there. I can see it here. If only my scissors were sharper. Yep. Okay, other side. There's a big corner there. It's hard to see because that hair is so blonde. It's also not wet. Need to wet it a little bit now to do any razoring. I don't want to wet it too much because I've got to bleach. So we're going to soften this point, this bluntness with the razor. Which, I don't think I've done this on myself before. I don't really want to cut too much length off. Just remember, we don't have a lot of hair out here, so just take it easy. Just a little bit. So she goes crazy. You can see some curl coming. Look at that. Yeah, I think this is probably a good length for curl, because then I can flip it back. Okay, this side. We'll see how much this curls without that razoring. See, it's a lot. This is okay, but that's quite not curling a lot. Just taking that little bit of weight off. There's a lot of weight right here. It curls pretty nicely there. This blade's not all that sharp either. But I like that so we don't take a big chunk out. I think you need to scrunch and look. This feels very heavy right here. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so that's the how long it's going to be. I think even all the hair that length would be okay. I'm just going to pause and check that recorded okay before we do more. Okay, I just close the blinds and make it a bit better, but also realize it's at a funny angle, but I think this is the best we can do. So that's good. So that is the outline, and all the interior layers have got to be this long or shorter. So, how does he do it? Yeah, I think he just, it's a bit of freehand. So, how am I going to go about this? I think, let's start here. This is going to be scary. It's going to be a lot of length off. Like, that wasn't too scary. There wasn't a lot of length to start with. But this, oh yeah, this is how we should do it. I forget how to be a hairdresser. Okay. And I'm going to just wet it with my hands. You'll see, we're going to lose a heap of this blonde. Yeah, I mean, he really just artistically did this, to be honest. But when we brush this up together, we'll see that length ends all the way down here. Oh my gosh. Needs to be a bit wetter. Because I can't see. You need to be able to see your guideline. If you can't see the hair underneath, oh, there we go. So I need to cut it. I feel like I need a smaller section. To the same length or shorter. There you go. I can definitely see it. So let's just, that's the same length. And we'll layer it up in a minute to make it shorter. Can you see? Next section. So I'm going to make it the same length and then we'll layer the internal. I mean, we're layering a little bit with that razor. Scary. But I like that it's curling. That's a good sign. The great thing about the razor, you can't see the cut lines. Yeah, I know what I'm going to do. Okay. Oh yeah, so that's all the length off. Oh, hopefully I'm not going too short. Oh well, there's a super short. And then what I'm going to do with this internal area, you keep all your length on the edge. We're going to put it up. Just going to over direct it somewhere to the back. And that's going to give us a long and then short near the top. I think that's what we want. We don't know, we're just going for it. Ah, no, my blade came out. It can't handle the hair. It's not sharp enough for this job. Maybe I should chop it with the scissors and then blend it with the razor. Oh my god. I feel like that's gonna be so short. Let's just do it. Oh, I can't even see. Oh my god. Boop, bitty boop. There you go. Then we'll have to texturize with our in smaller sections. Totally know what I'm doing. So I'm not taking all the length off, I'm just taking some weight off. This is so scary. It's gonna be better than what I had there. Okay. Yep. Good. Okay. Outside. see the difference, how heavy that is when you don't layer it, and then when we've got our layers. Okay, and then what we do to the internal layer with that too. Yep. And we took it over here. And we snip it a snip. Boop, 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 boop. Boop. And then we texturize. Boop. Boop. It's hair everywhere. Oh my god. I don't know how we're gonna do the back, cause I can't see back there. Cute. Okay, now the top bit. We need to connect the front and the sides and the back. So what we do is we're gonna wet this a bit. I mean, even if I end up with some kind of bob, this will be fine. Okay, and we can do this half at a time. You're not going to lose it, it's super long. But we want to take some of this long bit and some of these interior layers and cut it to the same length. You can go straight up and see these stop about there. So you just cut it to the same length. Boom. That's how much length you got to take off. Same here. You can take another section plus the bit you just cut. You can see straight up. They stop there. Cut that off. Boom. Okay, this one. Around there. Just gotta get all that length off. Oh my god, I can't see. There. Boom. Oh my god, there's so much hair everywhere. Okay. You can see it's supposed to be short. And then you can also connect it to the fringe part. So bring the fringe all the way back, over direct a bit. So you could go, where does the fringe end? There. You could go that short if you wanted to. I don't think I will. I think I'm just gonna razor it. Just like I did the others. Just take a little bit of weight off. So I think I should keep the length. Yeah, that's good. Just check how your curl's going. Like if your curl's not happening and it's just flat, then you got to take some weight off. I feel like, yeah, we could do a fringe, but maybe we won't for now, because that's quite nice. Okay, other side. So yeah, we take the bits we've already cut is our guide of how long we need this to be. Oh, that's not very much hair there. And we just go straight up and back a bit. Oh my god, I can't see. Boop. See, that's where the old hair stops. That's how short we cut it. Boom. Let's get that length off. That's where it stops. That's that's what we cut off. You can see most of that blonde is going. And we've got curl back. Again. Straight up and back a bit. That's where it stops. That's where you cut. Probably can't see it so long. Boom. And then you can see how that's really heavy. There's this side's kind of curling. Oh, there's a long bit here. Gotta chop that off. That's part of that. Let's check you can see. When we hold that up, can you see? That's where, there. Boop. Okay, and then we'll give that a little layer on the ends with the razor. But yeah, you can go shorter in that top bit, but I don't want to be like ultra mullety. Just want to take the weight off so we get curl. And also like layer it a little bit. Okay, after that, you can put this piece straight up and we should match, but we don't. See, this is longer. So we're just gonna cut in there. We can just razor it off. It's a little hard. I think I'm just gonna chop. Those two sides should match. Boom, chop that off. Let's cut my fingers. Oh my God, I can't see. And then here as well, should match. You should be able to put this straight up. See that long bit, we can cut that off. Okay. So that's our front bit done. This bit, you always have one side that curls better than the other. Let's let the back out. So now we just need to do a little blendy. I don't know if I want to keep it long. See, even that's okay. Like I could actually style my hair now, but we're a little disconnected. So we're gonna take again the outline of the back and we're just gonna lay it in here. So let's do that. Just gonna section there. To lose a little bit off of here. Maybe down to here. I'm just going to cut it straight across because that's easy. And boom. And then you can feel. This one's a little longer. Tiny bit. Okay, let's let some more down. Like somehow I only have one clip. I had a big claw clip and I don't know where it went. Okay, where's our, oh, I'll cut it pretty short. It's like here. I should wet this too. And then we're gonna blend this into here. So let's cut the length, boom, cut the length. This haircut is taking a long time. Boom. Now cutting straight across is going to give us a V at the back, but you know, what can you do? At least it'll be kind of even. I'm going to wet that a little bit so I can get the razor happening. You don't want to thin this bottom too much because then you don't have proper length. We just need to shape the very edge of it. Especially in that video, like her edges really come in. So we're going to cut that corner off. I'm getting a bit more curl in here too. These are, we just do the ends like this. Sounds terrible, doesn't it? And I'm just going to cut this point right into it. So one bit there. Okay, let's see how we're curling. Good. Now we can cut this bit. So that's a good lot of hair to give you length. So we can make this a little, not shorter, but raised. It'll be like a tiny bit shorter. We might even get rid of most of this blonde because we know the outline is okay. So as long as you can see your outline's all right, we just stroke down. Boom. And we're getting that bit of curl. But we've still got, you look like you have hair there. All right, other side. And we're just gonna, it's a little harder to do your other side. You've got to have your hand in a different position. And this one doesn't need as much off. So we're going to just get that corner off. So difficult. Can't hear yourself. Then we'll just look at the curl. It looks fairly even to me. I think we might even just take, no, I feel like we need all that. So I'm not gonna raise it in there. Like you need to visually look at it too. All right, last bit. This is it. Last bits. So we'll cut them to connect here and then we'll connect this crown bit in. And then we'll be finished. Oh my goodness. Looking so much better. I feel like that could be maybe a little bit too short there. I don't know, but it's still okay. Have to get used to the mullet life again. So to start with, let's just split down the middle. And we'll just wet it and I'll just cut it to the same length and everything. Because we might even, yeah, here's a little short, but it is supposed to be. I feel like we should keep this quite long because that will mitigate that shortness. Otherwise, if we cut it short, we're going to get that real jellyfish. If you want that, that's okay. Jellyfish is even more disconnected than this one. Okay. So yeah, we're just going to cut the length down here the same. There's so much hair on the floor. It's going to be a long video, friends. Okay. Let's cut it to the same length. Boop. And here. This needs to be roughly because we're going to cut it. And then we want it to be the same kind of length as these longer layers. So I think we'll just sort of chop it off around here with the razor. Just get in there. So like we've removed some hair and now we're gonna actually, oh my God, where's my other razor? Actually chop it off. Should get the blade off the floor. Where's the blade gone? Here it is. Just got the guard off. Oh yeah, that's sharp. And then we chopped off the length. Okay. The great thing about the razor is it's very just artistic. Just get rid of what you think you need to. I think that's not that's good. We'll start there. Same here. Pick some other lengths as our guide. And out here somewhere. Right, gotta be careful because this is sharp and you can just accidentally cut the hair off. You gotta get on the right angles. So we're just shaving off, using the tip there, a bit of the heaviness, and then we can chop it off here. Okay, right, that's most of the length off. Now, we still need to take a bit of length off this crown piece here. That's all good. So if we just section up that bit, and I think what I'm going to do to blend it all in is just brush that all the way forward. And we've got these top pieces here as our guide. We're going to cut it the same length as these, which is here. And bringing it forward like this, it's like those wolf cuts. It layers it, but we want to get it kind of even. So I'm going to brush it towards the middle, all the hair laying flat, and the end of that guide here is about there. And where's the razor? Here. We're going to, so I'm taking off, like lightening it a little bit. So there's going to be some short bits. And then we'll actually do the same. Okay. Chop it off. Boom. And you see that top length is not longer than our outline that we did in the beginning. Boom. That's it. Not bad. Still feel, okay, I feel heaviness here. Like this is all nice, and then we've got like a bleh. So we're going to take a section here and go that way. All that nice. Sits nicely. And we're going to comb it all sort of straight. And then all the way over here. So we're still going to have length. We're going to have some shortness here. And yeah, take off some of the, do a little bit of texturing. And I'm just going to cut the very ends off, not heaps. That's better. Okay, how's this bit again? See that? Just like bleh. So I'm going to take that whole section. This all looks good. Comb it up. Drag it over here, just like your wolf cuts. And we can see that heaviness is there, like you want to cut that whole corner off. And again, we can just be careful when you're doing that. There, all that needs to come off. There. But that over directing layers it easily. Oh, I still got this. What's happening here? Oh, see that? Just that little bit's too long. There. Gone. Yeah, that feels better. So I don't feel like I have any long blunt bits. That's it. Oh, that feels good. Alright. Just dampen it a little bit. Now, I don't know how that's going to look straightened. How even it's going to be. Oh, there's a bit here. But it curls well. Just that little bit. I keep losing my razor. Where'd it go? go? Yeah, it's in my hand. I feel like it's longer than the other layers there. It's always important to feel. And the great thing about this is you can like tuck your little mullet bit up and you can have a bob a lot of the time. You know? But I think that's good. There's a long bit there. Yep. Feels good. Oh, that looks so much better. That probably needs a little bit of tweaking, but yeah, I think that's good. And we could do a shorter fringe at a later date. But I think it's just curling nice for me to easily just be able to scratch it. And that's it. Colour time. Here's all the hair I lost and sizzle. I'm not feeding you, stop asking. There it is. Let's tidy up and get the hair colour going. Okay, we will be doing a time lapse through the colouring. So this is the plan. I'm going to do like more colour blocking, I think. And what we're going to do is I'll just choose pieces that are coming down. I think I would still like to, see, I'm not sure about those bits because when I'm doing what I want to do, they're still a little bit in my face, but not really. Okay, maybe they're fine. That is a little longer, but that's okay. I was going to do like a widow's peak type thing because I do look better with brown hair on my face, but I also really like fashion colours. So I was going to do like a deep widow's peak, and then all the way around the perimeter is going to be rose gold. So I think we'll still do that. And I think we're going to go 20 volume, and we're going to use foils in really tiny splices to try and get as blonde as we can. So this whole top section. And so I think I'll leave, this will be coloured brown, my natural colour, but because, sizzle, stop. But because I'm using hair colour, it's going to look darker. Yeah. And even here, so we've got that long bit, I'm just going to snip that off. So I'm going to do the bleaching first and then we'll pop the brown colour on because the bleach is going to be on for an hour. So any bits with the haircut that are fine, see there's a tiny bit here, I can feel it. It's going to go snippety snip. That's all going to be brown. But then I wouldn't mind, see if we do all this. Okay, I'm ready. Brown, blonde, blonde, perimeter, blonde. the colour is on. I just wanted to show you, this is how the Hot Roots works. You can see that's already at orange. And what colour is this? Still brown. Same hair, it's all natural. We've got the dark on, you can see here. We've got, and it's bled a little bit into there, but that doesn't matter. Already orange, okay? So that's how it, so I've only just applied. So by an hour time or half an hour time, that will be white. And then by that time, this will probably be that colour. So we're just gonna let that sit down. Let's see how it goes. I'm starving, I'm gonna have something to eat. I put a, sorry, I'm not looking at the camera. I put a half-hour timer on, and then we will pull these out and just spread some more fresh blonde on there, or bleach. Bleach in 20 is what I did. And then whatever we get after 1 hour, that's what we're gonna get. And we will wash out, let it dry naturally. I probably need to go get my girls by then. And we'll see. If we have gold on the ends, we will bleach again. We'll pull those pieces out and we'll put another lot of bleach. And then what I'm gonna be using for toner is these rose gold. So, and we'll probably pop a bit of that on the ends here too. And that'll just blend everything in. But yeah, I just did my 2 lots of like little color sections. But you can see this will be darker than my natural color, but it'll still be subtle and nice. So I'm gonna eat and then I'll see you soon. Okay, while we wait half an hour, we're gonna clean all this up. Okay, so my half-hour timer just went off. You can see, I would say this is yellow. We do have some pale yellow here. Let's have a look. Oh, still, I would call that orange and still red here. So that's where we will need to bleach again. But you can see the pale yellow. Pale yellow, yeah, it's probably all pale yellow. So that's a little bit tight. Yeah, we will call this still red, these kind of colors. You can see that little bit of, this is orange here. And we've got white down the end. Same, we'll call that orange. This is obviously white, that could even be like very damaged. My fingers are burning, so yeah, I'll wash that off. But you can see the differences, and that is what red, this is still red. When we wash this off, it'll probably look red. Orange, gold here, orangey gold. Will probably be pale yellow, like right on the roots. So this is more pale yellow, this is kind of yellow or gold. And so when we wash it off with this dark color up here, you just got to keep rinsing really quickly so all the product comes off, and you shouldn't get bleedage into. Sometimes you can use this to tone this color, like if it was all this kind of orangey color, but then that kind of a toner, it doesn't stay for a long time. So we're probably going to bleach this band again. Anyway, my fingers are burning, so I'm going to go wash that off. See you in a minute. As suspected, those darker pieces are orange. They're like a brownish orange. So, and then yes, pale yellow, gold. Gold might be enough. You can see really pale yellow here, like this bright, bright yellow. At the roots, even to here, that is pale yellow. This is orange. Can you see that? Pale yellow, orange. So we need to get that orange out. We need to get it to at least yellow. We've got 1 hour before I've got to go get the girls. So we're going to quickly throw bleach on there, and we're not going to wrap it up in foil. We're going to watch it. We're going to visually watch that. And then we will know it is ready. Well, we might have to stick it on foil to keep it away from the other hair. Because I'd at least like to get that bleaching finished. And then when we get home from school pickup, we just got to put pink on. But my hair feels really good. The haircut feels good. Okay. You can see the colours now. Just got this band here. So we've probably got enough time to leave it on for about half an hour. It's okay if it's a little bit damp. Okay, the timer just went off. Let's have a look. I haven't had a peek at all. Let's pray. Ooh, better. It might still be, it's burning my eye now. Might still be orange. This looks a little gold. So we'll wash it off. I'll go get the kids, do my shopping. We may do a 10 volume. Or we may need, we've got a toner. We can't leave it like that. Yeah, we might do a 10 volume if it's still orange. How's this? Ooh, quite good. Might still be orange. We'll check. All right. I'll see you later once it's all rinsed off. I'm crying because the fumes are getting to my eyes, but I gotta go get the kids. So yes, I'll see you soon where we can look at it properly. Here is how my hair looks dried. Got lots of nice curl, but still orange. I'm gonna do one more with 10 vol. That's yellow. That's orange. But yeah, should look good. How's this? Also, still orange. Okay, so I did bleach again with 10 volume. And you can see we got some really good pale yellow here. We still have a band. I must have colored this with hair dye. And then we have this. I'm pretty confident we'll be okay because I had a look at the color in the tube. It's actually quite dark. But happy accident, when I put my hair up, you'll be able to see, like I'll be able to leave that down and have this bit up, which I think will be nice. But yeah, it's pretty jarring right now. This is why you have to tone your blonde, because it just looks bright yellow. But this is the correct undertone. This right here is that pale yellow, palest yellow. So we've got a better result over here. This is still like that golden color, but that's pretty good. But over here it's still quite dark. And in the back we weren't able to really get it any lighter either. I mean, it is better. That's the best we can do. But we still have this band, but there's nothing we can do about that. So yeah, hopefully the pink just covers it, and we're gonna put pink over these old bits too. They're already a little pinkish. This is really like what the rose gold color is. So yeah, we'll go pop that on and see how we go. reweight. Okay, so this is how the hair color and cut turned out. I haven't styled it yet though. I blow dried it last night because it was cold and I was still washing my hair. And so this here is a little bit dark where we had the pale yellow. It's almost like a red color, but it's okay because it will fade. When you think of rose gold, I think of this color, but also when you search rose gold, you will see this exact color. So the parts where it was that little bit darker actually turned out that correct color. See down here, that's softer. But these top bits will fade. See? But I'm going to show you how I style it. You can style it down like this. And yeah, we've got some nice curl still, even though we bleached the crap out of it. And also, like when I wear it up, I can have like little bits hanging down because it's short enough to do that. But yeah, I'm going to show you can have it down, or we could do like a bob. So all I'm going to do to style it is just re-wet it so it will curl up, and put a little bit of conditioner in the ends to style it. I don't really have any styling products, but if I put some water and conditioner in, then it will dry with nice curls. So yeah, I'm really happy with the curl as well. It feels nice, and it's like, oh, the only problem that I have is that because I razor cut it, it was actually like digging into my neck. It makes the hair sharp, and it was digging into my neck while it was still wet. So that's the only problem. Let's go style it and get our final glamour photos. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you like what you see. And check out these other videos.